We're live.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the I Shall Bloom Show. Yes, a show where we interview stellar individuals whose work and legacy has uplifted us all for the better. Each week, we interview one new guest or two, or how many, we don't know, but we take a deeper dive in their lives, in the work that they're doing in their lives to collectively uplift us all. You see, here at I Shall Bloom, you shall bloom, and we shall bloom. Today, I have the honor of a special guest. My big boss, the boss, is down to come and sit and have a chat with the I Shall Bloom show. Little old me, Mr. Willie Mitchell of the Kansas Chiefs, the first Super Bowl and the Super Bowl winner, is here. So, if you have any questions, get ready because without further ado, we have Mr. Willie Mitchell. Yeah. Woo! Yes.
Let me say good afternoon
I
to
hear you.
you. And it's wonderful to be here and to be your guest today.
Yes, yes. So, oh, you can hear? Yes, I can hear. Yes,
Okay?
he can hear us. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this phone because
Mhm.
it is too loud, and I want to go live on Facebook too while we're talking. So I wanted to find out, like, basically, um, how you feel about the Chiefs. Like, when you first got started, just kind of tell me, like, when you were young, did you, your I guess your goals were, did you always want to be a football player? So if you could just tell the public, like, now we're going to go back in the time when you first started, and then we're going to bring it up to now because we know that we are is this the playoff time season right now? Are we in?
It's getting to the
It's,
playoffs. They're not there yet, but
oh,
it's getting to the playoffs.
okay.
But the
Go
thought
ahead.
process with playing the football, you were leaving college and you played football in college with the potential of being drafted by the pros.
Oh,
But it didn't make any difference which team it was because you didn't know which team was going to want to bring you to their organization. It just so happened, my thought and the pleasure was for the Kansas City Chiefs to recommend that I come to them and do a little thing to see whether or not I was good enough to play with them or I would have to leave and go somewhere else. But it just turned out that they accepted my performance, and
yes.
then we started from there.
So there was an interview. They interviewed you to see if you would fit. You were a good fit for the
Well,
Chiefs.
before they draft you, they
Hmm.
looked at you during the time that you playing football and made a decision whether or not they thought that you was a football player that could play with their team,
Yes.
and they had to make that choice before you even got there. So they just gave you the opportunity to come in and show what ability you had.
Oh, okay. So were you scared? Like what? I know you had brothers. You got to.
Yeah, you wasn't. You couldn't be scared. The only thing that you had to do was
Dude.
you had to put forth the process that you were an athlete and you knew how to perform, and you were showing them you had the ability to perform, and they had to accept your performance in practice and all of those things, and then have the exhibition game to let you play in the exhibition game to see if your ability was good enough to make the regular season.
Wow. So, you said that you had. I know. Well, I know you had a couple of brothers. Like, how did they feel? Did you go and talk to them? I know you had a relationship with your mom too.
I had a
Tell me how that.
relationship with my brothers and my
Mhm.
mom, but I didn't discuss the part of going to Kansas City and what the possibility was. That was something that had to be decided on by me, and that was something that I had to make the choice and the decision to give them the best that I could with my ability to play football, and that's what I had to do. I had to do the performance and let them accept me as a professional athlete.
Wow. Okay. So going back, your first day at work, because it's a job too, right?
Hmm.
So your first day at work, do they give you? Did you have the I mean, like, did you have to go and get measured? And how does that
Well,
feel?
they did all of the things that they done. You had to, get your weight and your measurements and all of that. They had to get that down on paper so that they could put it in a column of what you were, who you were, where you were from, where you were born, and all of those things. So they had to take a lot of time to exercise those things about who and where you were and where you were from.
Wow. So, with the measurements, I mean, going in and getting weight, I know that you did, your position was,
My position was the defensive back.
and what is
And
that for people
the
who don't know?
defensive back is where you playing defense on the corner. You have a safety, a free safety, a strong cornerback, and a cornerback playing on the weak side of the field. And my position was cornerback, and it didn't say whether it was on the weak side or the strong side. But when they put you in that position to play that defensive back, they put you in the position that they needed to train someone to do for them.
Right. So, I'm gonna hop back into this in your time that you play in them back. So Patrick Mahomes is what's I mean, like in his position now, he's a Kansas City Chief. So what is that? I mean, like who plays that position that you plays right now? Like,
Well, I can't think of the cornerback's name that plays the position right now, but he plays the position and he does a real good job of it. But there was some
mhm.
other people before him that
Yes.
played that position too. So it's just a matter of the person showing that they have the ability to defend uh, them the receiver
Uh-huh.
and making sure that they can cover the receiver, that they got the speed to do it with, and got the knowledge of knowing what it's all about because it's something that you practice every day. You don't just do that and just think that you do. No, you practice every day
To make
how to
perfect.
improve your quality of playing.
Oh, and I see a piece of somebody's person right there that needs to come right on in. Who's that right there peeping through the window?
Oh, that's Sheldon.
That's yes. That's the second half, the better half, the first half. Well, and she's gonna come on in. Oh, not yet. Okay. So, anyways, so how I hope I didn't lock the door. I didn't. How does the your position assist the quarterback for people who don't know basketball? I mean, watch it, but we really don't understand what's the whole part. What's the part?
Well, the whole policy there is offense and defense.
Yes.
The quarterback has nothing to do with your position as a defensive back.
What?
No, that has no he has no responsibility there at all. Your responsibility is with the defensive team. There's an offensive team and a defensive team,
Okay.
and he's with the offensive team. I played on the defensive team, so it's a different segment there that you work with, and you work to do it in a
Uh,
positive way.
okay. So you had a little area that you made sure that you took care of. He makes sure that he gets that ball to whoever he needs to.
Right.
And so everybody has their own little, and but you're still a team. You're
Yeah,
still a
but
team.
he's on the offensive side and
Mhm.
I'm on the defensive side. He is on the side where they are trying to score points on the other team.
Yes.
I'm played in the position where we try to keep teams from scoring points. So that's the defense and the
Oh,
offense. Yeah,
offense. Yeah, I'm offense.
yeah,
I'm against, and he's preventing.
right.
He's defending.
He's he
The,
yeah.
yeah, he's keeping the ball.
He's presenting the offenses that he
Mhm.
has to score. I
Right.
was on the position where I was on the team where we keep the other team from scoring.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. So, do you remember a time when you was nervous? Like you ever felt like, oh, I'm nervous today, or is that every day? I mean, all the times you have
No, you
butterflies.
you couldn't feel that way. You had to have the thought process that you could do the job, but you couldn't be nervous about doing the job.
Right.
You had to have the thought process that you could do your job and you could do your job well, because that's what determines whether or not it's going to work for you. Because you have the right choice and the right thought process about what you can do and what you can't do.
Wow. So yeah, you become like family too because you're together all the time.
Well, yeah,
So
you become like family because
mhm,
you have to work together as a team.
you have to.
So you practice and you work together as a team so that everybody is trying to be well and doing a good job at the thing that they're doing at the positions that they play.
Right. That's awesome. So, how do you feel that your position as, being a Kansas City Chief, coming from San Antonio, Texas, um, the favor, did you feel that you had favor of God on you? You were special. You have to be real about that. There was something special about you still.
Yeah, the only thing about that is that you have to realize that there are others that doing the same thing that you're doing,
Hmm.
and you might be great at this team, but there's someone else great with another team.
Right.
So it's a lot of you that doing the same thing, but it just depends on a whole quality of how many at that team is doing good and how many at this team is doing good. And the whole thing is you have to learn to work together because
Yes.
that's what it is. You have to learn to work. You have to be good at what you're doing, but you have to make sure that you're working with the rest of them so that because there are things that you're expected to do on the defensive team.
So trust.
Yeah, you
You
have
got to be.
certain
Mhm.
people you have to cover.
You have to cover stone, and
Depending
they
on
need to know. Oh, he got my back. I'm gonna
yeah.
try this. But
Mm,
you're always constantly. You got the partners are in your ear, in your eye, or
yeah,
in your ear. You're always wondering and waiting. Okay,
yeah.
I may have,
But you always working together.
but you're
That's
always
what the
still working together.
that's what the process of teaming is all about.
Right. Oh,
Yeah, I may think I'm good, but what about the rest of the players on the team? Are they good too?
yes,
And
and that's what makes
if
it
I keep
powerful.
my position and make it good, and
Yeah.
the people don't score, that's because some of the other people on the team was doing their job too.
Right. It becomes, yeah, it's always about team because
Right.
once it becomes
Hmm.
about I, then you drop the ball.
Right.
The ball is dropped.
Yeah.
So um what do you think? Like you see, I look at you and your family and I just see the wealth and the health and the vibrant. There's people, I see vibrant and I still
Hmm.
vitality.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And there's people that I've seen that's maybe in their 70s and they look like, what kept you out of trouble? The troubles that's waiting at the door. What kept you out of trouble?
Well, the thing that keeps you out of trouble is what you have been taught,
Mm-hmm.
and the process that you have of what you think is right and what you think is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to make that choice and that decision because a lot of it comes at you. And if you don't make the right choice and you don't make the right decision, it's nobody else's fault but yours
True.
because
Yes.
that's yours. That's what makes you the person
Mm-hmm.
that you are is making the right choice at the right time and
Mm-hmm.
realizing what your responsibility is, not only to the team, but what is the responsibility to yourself.
That's right. So how does I mean the kids are young that's coming in there and all of a sudden, they're 20 something with $1 million in their hands
Right.
and 400 women at the door. I mean, like, who talks to them? Who is there something that
Well,
helps?
you are advised on what your behavior should be by your coaches and by the team
Hmm.
coach. So
Yes.
you're given those things to do. The thing about it is that you have to learn to trust to take care of yourself because that's what it's all about. And no matter what's said or done, it's a
Hmm.
choice and a decision that you have to make.
That's right.
And those things are things that you've learned, those things that your parents have taught you. And the choice and the decision doesn't start after you get to the pros. It starts before you get there because
That's right.
you put on a pedestal that you're this and you're that. But you have
Yes.
to realize that might be true, but
Today.
you have to make sure that you take care of yourself
That's
and
right.
be responsible to yourself.
That's right. That's yeah. That's just so true. What you said that you're put on a pedestal, and so it's up to you to kind of stay well rounded because it's temporary.
Right.
When you're in, you're in, and
When
then
you're out, you're
when
out.
you're out, you're out.
And
So
you're the one that
yeah.
makes that choice and the decision.
Hmm.
And if you don't make the right choice and the right decision, the only person that you hurt is yourself.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
some of that you're supposed to be taught and you're supposed to keep that in mind. But if
Yes.
you don't do that, you'll find that you're going to make the bad decision.
Bad decision. And then, well, some of the teams, I guess, kind of watch out for their as a family for the years, but some just drop you right on off because of your bad decision.
Right.
Because it casts a bad, it makes the whole organization looks bad. So I guess I can understand that. Do you feel? Sometimes I've watched games before, and then you're like, "What? That was rigged. That was." Have you ever felt that the NFL has been tainted with because it's money? Money can be the root of evil. The use of certain
But
things.
it
Have
depends
you
on
ever?
it's the individuals.
It's that's the
See,
individual,
those
not
are
all.
no.
Mhm.
You have to learn to take things, accept the fact that
Mhm.
you have been put on this pedestal, but there's a certain responsibility that you have to have in order to be able to do this,
Yeah,
because you're not going to be able to do it for the rest of your life.
that's
And
it.
the whole thing about it is, it will last for a short period of time or it will last for a long period of time.
Right.
But
That's
you're the one to make that choice, because you might start and be playing, but you might get hit and you won't play no more.
right. Overnight,
Yeah,
in the blink
so
of an eye.
right.
Yeah,
But so
that happens.
you
That
never
happens.
know what's going to happen when you get out there.
That's right. So, what do you suggest? Now we're going to talk about the football, and then we're going to talk about San Antonio fighting back. What do you think that's happening now with the Kansas City Chiefs? Like, what would you add to it if you were playing right now? If you
Well,
had to play coming up Sunday.
Well, the team, each on the defensive team and on your offensive team,
Hmm.
you all have the right to come together and make choices and decisions on how you're going to perform, the way you're going to perform, and the things that you know you need to do in order to work together as a team.
It's always
Because
a team.
you have to realize you may be great, but if the other 10 men don't do their job, no matter how great you are, you're not going to be able to do your job.
Right, exactly.
So you have to learn to understand how to work together as a team
That's
and have
paramount.
faith in each other as
That's
teammates.
yeah. The team is paramount to
Yeah.
be successful
Hmm.
because you can just be a bunch of group of people walking together and all off balance. But when you have one accord, that's what makes Super Bowls.
That's right.
That's what makes champions.
Yeah.
And that's what you guys did.
And
So,
that's what the whole
mhm,
thing is about, coming together and working together as a team and knowing what your responsibility is and making sure you take care of your responsibility
right,
and the other person takes care of their responsibility. And when you can do that with each one of the men, you're going to have a good team. But if you're going to look at like you the greatest thing walking and
right.
nobody else, that's not the way
That's
it
when
can
you
be.
fail. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's when it falls, drops the ball.
yeah.
So, what are you thinking on the Super Bowl? Who do you have any ideas or any tips or anything that you feeling like right now?
I don't have any idea of who's going to be in the Super Bowl,
Hmm.
because when that team hits the field, anything can happen. And you don't know who's going to win until that last second ticks off the clock. And you might come out there with a 3-point lead with
Yes.
4 seconds left to go, and the
And
team get the ball and
oh,
they make a score touchdown and you lose the game.
we saw that
So
so many
yeah,
times,
yeah.
huh?
So you have to
Wow.
take it from 0 to 0,
Yes.
and when that happens, then that's when you know the winner. Yeah. But other than that, you don't know the winner until that game is over with,
That's
and you can't. You think that you can say who's going to win, but
yes.
that doesn't mean nothing. Mm-mm.
All right, Tina. Hi, Tina. Hey, Uncle. Somebody said, "Hey, Uncle."
Hi, how are you?
Hey, y'all. Hey, Phoenix. Hi, y'all. Yes, I got Mr. with the big boss here today. He decided to come and sit with little me. You know what I mean? So, hi, you guys. Any questions? Let me know for him. Just let me know if you have any questions. Jackie Scott. Hey, Uncle. Um, bringing them. Oh, Tina Clark is like, oh my God, he's real. He's sitting here. He's a real person. Yeah, he's a real person. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Say hey. Yep. Hey, Clarence. Yay, huh? Yeah, he's real. Yes. Aisha Bloom is like that. Yeah, we have big star of us. Let me act up. I'm about to cut up now. So, going back to the children, because I know that you have a heart, and that's been always been your once you retired, and even when you were always looking out. Well, how can I make the children's life behind that's following behind me
Mhm.
better by education? And I know you're a big thing on education. So, explain San Antonio fighting back. We're going to go back to football because this is your heart as well, and I want people to know that.
Well, our decision at San Antonio Fighting Back is to help those who are trying to improve their life or giving the advice to the kids so they can learn how to develop a good lifestyle and understand what it is and what they need to do as children and start figuring out what is it that they want to be in life. What do they feel like they want to do? What do they feel like they want to be? And the only way that they can do that is to have somebody help them to make that choice and the decision and give them a plan to be able to do that. Because no matter what's said and done, uh, you have to look at what your responsibility is to yourself, and you have to have the desire to want to do those things in a positive way. And the best thing about it is how do you feel about yourself? I know right now I'm the most handsome man I know. If you don't think so, that's your problem, not mine. But you should
Wow.
have a good feeling about yourself too, to make you want to have a desire to be the best that you can be,
Yeah,
because it's going to take work, it's going to take thought processes, and that's a choice and a decision that you have to make yourself.
that's awesome. Um, well, I have a couple questions here. It says, has football changed over the years?
Now, it hasn't changed. It's still the same game. The players have changed. The game is still the same,
Yeah, the
but the
players.
players have changed because some of them attitude is a little different, and you doing different things to
Household. Coming
you
from which
know
house, type
to
of
want to
household?
fight each other and all of that.
Hmm.
The only thing you have to remember is this is a team process, and there's a responsibility that I have to be a man instead of a dog.
Ah,
Yeah, and not trying to hurt somebody else physically
yeah,
when you can be out on the field and hurt yourself, and you can lose your life.
yeah. It's yeah.
Yeah,
People say, you don't. We don't think about that, but you can break your neck.
yeah, you can.
Anything, you can have like the one that fell out who stopped breathing.
Hmm.
They hit his heart right at the same time that he was into, well, having a heartbeat. So
Yeah, but you have to realize that that's an ability that you have been given. God has given you that ability to show that you can do that.
yes.
And you have to realize that not only you have been shown that, but there are others who have been shown that too.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to know how to take that in a positive way and use it in a positive way
That's good.
rather than saying that you're the best at everything that happened. How many players played before me that made all pro and everything else?
That's right. Yeah.
But that was the way it was, and it's just not you just not the only one can make all the decisions like you the best that ever played. It
That's
might have been somebody before you, and there will be
and then
somebody
after
after
you.
you.
Wow. Yes. Good answer. Okay. Being a ball player.
I learned that
And
yeah,
great questions. Anyone else? If you can do it all over again, if you had the choice and you can go all the way back and start over, would you change anything?
no, I wouldn't change anything because I was happy and satisfied to play in the first Super Bowl and
Yes.
play in the third Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. So I don't
Wow.
see no point in changing it because it could have been that you didn't win none and then
Right.
that's it. And it could have been that you didn't play in the first Super Bowl, but playing in the first Super Bowl was just fine.
Yes. Yes, I know. Okay. So let's see. Any other questions? I love this, huh? Oh, how does your wife feel about how did you guys meet and was she a part of the Super Bowls?
Well, my wife and I, we met in college, and that was where we started our relationship. But she was there at the first Super Bowl also. But I don't think that it made a difference between me and my wife because we lost the Super Bowl
Yes.
because that was just one thing that you had to learn. You learned how to do. You're going to lose and you're going to win. And then let me state something that I learned in junior high school,
Yes.
and it was athletic prayer. And it said, Dear Lord, in the battle that goes on through life, I ask for the feeling that is fair, a chance that's equal for all to strive, a courage to do all to dare. If I should win, let it be by the code with my faith and honor held high. But if I should lose, let me stand by the side of the road and cheer as the winners go by. Well, that lets you know you have the opportunity to win and have the opportunity to lose. You have to understand you're not going to win all the time. You won't lose all the time, but you have to know how to accept when you lose.
The
And
temperament.
that's it.
Uh-huh.
But that's something that a lot of people don't understand. They think that they're going to win everything. Yeah, you might think that, but it's not going to work that way. And my
So,
wife, she was always supportive of me. She never did say anything in a negative base. And she was satisfied to have her professional football player as a husband.
okay. Okay, let's see. Man, look at all these questions. Okay. What did you learn? Who's your favorite team?
Kansas City.
What? Kansas City.
Kansas City, my favorite team.
Uh, who's your wife's favorite team?
It better be Kansas City.
And who's happened? She has just happened
Yeah.
to be here too. So, oh
See,
man, I love
but
it. They're
let
busting
me
her
go a little
laughing.
bit further on that about the favorite team.
Yes.
Well, if Kansas City wasn't a favorite team, she wouldn't be with me because I was all the things, so she had to support me. Guess what?
What?
She was at the first Super Bowl with me. Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah. So whatever
Wow.
whatever was nice and having fun, she
For
shared that
you.
too. So
Yeah.
yeah. So ain't no point in talking she like somebody. No, she loves Kansas City Chiefs too.
All the people. Oh my God. I got like 50 people over here. Oh my God. This is you blowing up. You blowing
Oh,
up my I Shall Bloom show. Woo! Oh, you were not working. She quit. Okay, let me go on. Let me pull it up then.
okay.
We got questions. Fourth Super Bowl. Oh, okay, yeah. He said third. Yeah. The ball. Another ball. Okay, y'all. Let's see. What we got here? Hi, great show. I love it. It was fun. Love the shirts. Thank you. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, let's see. So true. Hey, Glenn. Hey, Mr. Brooks. Veronica, Mr. Brooks.
Hmm.
Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Let's see. Adults. Glenn Brooks. Yes. Veronica. Thank you for the encouragement.
Yeah.
They're busted up laughing. Any questions, you guys? Thanks, Clarence. Thanks, Veronica, Glenn. Mama Summers, Mama um, G Train, karaoke G Train. Where can I get a shirt?
Where can you get a shirt?
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to check with my mom. I mean, my wife,
What your mom?
where those shirts are gotten, and then we'll have to give them the information where they can go to get the shirts.
At the flea. Oh yeah. Wait. Excuse me. Ah. Woo! Yeah. Bling bling one though. Boom.
Hmm.
So let's see. I'm showing out now, huh? I'm showing out. Okay. Okay, and then also we need to. It was a fourth Super Bowl that you went back and win.
Right.
The fourth Super Bowl. Okay.
Hmm.
All righty. So yes, they're gonna find out where you can get the shirts. And thank you. They said they love the encouragement.
Hmm.
It's any sports store they have the shirts. In the flea market on Eisenhower is boom. So okay, so just kind of just any questions? Anybody? Someone said they want a hat. They want this hat, a hat. They have them at the flea market on in Eisenhower. Oh, and it's the original NFL product. So we'll have that already hooked up for you too. So what do you feel right now? We know when the next game is coming. It might be today. I think it's Sunday. The next game.
Hmm.
So what are you gonna be sleep watching it?
I'll watch the game, but
Oh,
I don't
okay.
have
You hear me sleep watching it.
no thought about who's gonna win and
Hmm.
who's gonna lose. you have to remember one thing. When that game starts at 0-0-0.
Right.
And when the last second ticks off the clock, it states who's the winner.
Right.
So right now, you don't
Nobody.
know who the winner is, and you could be leading the game until the last 5 seconds
Yeah.
tick off the clock, and then you might lose it within them last 5 seconds. So you really don't know. You just have to wait and see, and say, now some team won
And
and some
something.
team lost.
Somebody got to win.
It's
What's
just
that?
like
My
I say,
daddy
you got to
song.
be happy with knowing what it is to win and what it is to
To
lose,
lose.
because it's gonna happen.
It's gonna
Somebody's gonna
happen.
win and somebody's gonna
Gonna
lose.
lose. Yes.
Yeah,
So the thing is knowing how to lose too.
yeah. You got
That's
to,
a winner.
yeah,
Knowing
but
how to
you
lose.
got to know how to lose, because you are going to lose if you play,
Yes.
because you're not gonna win every last one of them, and you're not gonna win all the time, because some of
Right.
the other teams are a little bit better. Yeah.
So, what would you tell a youngster right now that's thinking of being, I want to be a football player, and that's it, and
Well,
no nothing else in the background?
I have no problem with him saying that he wants to be a football player,
Hmm.
but the thing that I'd like to encourage him to do is to do the things that he knows that are best to help himself, and put his goal and objective in trying to be a professional football player, baseball player, or whatever, is that it's going to take time, it's going to take a lot of effort, but he is the one that's going to make that choice and the decision.
Yes. Awesome. Good question. Let's see if we have any other questions. So, is there anything like special foods that you guys eat? Is there a good luck charm? Some people have a good luck charm. We make some gumbo when the game Super Bowl. Were there any type of good luck?
No, we
Somebody
didn't
asked
have
about a good
a
luck.
special good luck
Hmm.
charm meal that we know.
Y'all just did it.
The biggest thing was is the good luck and the charm was in the faith and confidence that we had within each other,
That's right. That
and
was the charm.
that's what made the difference. That
That
was that was the good luck and the good charm,
the
because I had a lot of
practice.
faith in your ability, you had faith in my ability,
Hmm.
and then that's when we went out and put that together.
Awesome. Awesome. So, I have they have some questions for you because as a team, uh, as a relationship, we know that sometimes it's hard to have a relationship and be a NFL superstar.
Hmm.
So that's what you were, and that's what you are now. So we know that in this world, the devil is busy and he wants to divide relationships.
Right.
What kept you to that strong that you didn't allow that, because we see a lot of falling people who fall from grace.
Well, those things are developed within you when you come up as a child. And the faith and trust that is put within you comes from your mother and your father and your relatives, like brothers and sisters, and teachers in school who encourage you to be the best that you can be. I had teachers in the school say, you are a real good athlete, but you need to be good inside the classroom too,
That's right.
because they respected you a whole lot for
That's
you
right.
being performing out there on the field. But the biggest thing was, could you do the same thing and put forth the same effort inside that classroom?
That's right.
So that made a big difference.
That's
Yeah.
good. So Veronica's asking, what is the best way to build a business team?
Build a business team.
Hmm.
Well, you have to decide what business you want to go in, and then figure out what is the process that you're going to have to go through, and who are some of the people that you're going to need to talk to and get them to understand what your process is and what you want to do in that business. And
Hmm.
they have to have, you have to get them to develop the same type of attitude and the thought process about that business that you have.
Awesome. Awesome. So it all starts, even as a child, it starts from the house, regardless of whatever field you're going to be into, you have to develop that. I guess you said you practiced makes perfection,
Well, it comes
you know.
from you as a child when you're
Mhm.
coming up, because all of the good things and how they put you on that pedestal makes a difference. But you have to learn how to take that and take that in a positive way, and not let it just make you act ignorant and do crazy things simply because you think you're so good and they told you was good at this and they told you was good at that, but there are others that's good at it too.
Yeah,
So
there's
you're not
always.
the only one can do that. So you have to be able to understand that and learn that process. And that's something that you have to be taught in the faith and confidence that you have and the trust in yourself. That's going to be something that helps you even from a spiritual standpoint because you have to thank God for giving you that ability to do that.
Yes, that was going to be my question. If you had a faith in God.
Yeah, you have to have a faith in God no
Mm-hmm.
matter what's said or done because
Yes,
sometimes
relationship.
you get hit on that field
Yes.
and you can't see nothing but something dark and you say, God, please let me look, let me see again.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
call on Jesus. Call on
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah,
So
you call on
it
him.
happens like that,
Yeah.
but you don't know that. But sometimes you get popped upside your head, and boy, it's just everything. The
Oh
lights just go out on you, and you say, God, please let me see again. Let me see again.
yeah,
Let
and
me
then he brings
let me get God. Let me get up. Let
the.
me get up. Let me get up.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's
I just look and I just see how do you guys they hit you?
yeah.
Boom. I
Hmm.
mean, and you get up like doesn't hurt? Doesn't that hurt? Does it hurt? Or?
Yeah, it hurts.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
I'm like, well,
I'll pop you upside your head. Yeah.
oh my God.
It's gonna hurt, but you learn to, some of it you can deal with, but sometimes when you get hit and you get up, you
Oh,
feel that pain and you're going,
ooh, and you think about the millions.
that's
Okay,
right.
well, let me
But
go.
you go through some pain, but
Wow.
you know what the thing is? There's a person that you ask to help you. And
This
you
is
you may
Jesus.
not say it and they might not tell you about it, but the first thing you say, God, please help me.
Help me, God. Yes, calling on Jesus. Hello.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
But
you.
and that's something that you might it may not be said or you may not think it, but you better have faith
Yes. Come to
because
yes.
you're gonna need that faith in order to guide you in a positive way. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
So
So I thank you. I'm thinking
let me say one other thing to the point.
yes, go ahead.
All of that glory is all right
Mhm.
and it's acceptable.
Listen to this,
But you
y'all.
have to say and you have to understand no matter what you do, no matter what you say, yeah, I got the Super Bowl ring and played in the first Super Bowl, but the
Yep.
whole thing is I'm just another individual like everybody else. And I got to accept that and that because that's what's going to make me. But if I think I'm better than you, then I got to be crazy
Yeah.
because we all are human beings and we all have to have faith and trust in one another.
That's
And
right.
that makes the whole thing real fine and
Mhm.
real happy. And that's about what it is with San Antonio Fighting Back.
Yes.
I'm here to try to help the public and try to make people have a way to address some of the issues and stuff
Hmm.
like that and give them the opportunity to come here and do that.
Right. Well, I like the idea. You do have favor. You have that favor, and of course, the way you use it. Because some people you were
Hmm.
blessed to be that, and you have that. So, but you didn't take advantage of the favor that you had, and being a Super Bowl
Right.
superstar. You and that's the whole thing. God knows who to give those gifts to, and then it's really up to you once you get it. Okay, am I going to use it for something positive, or if I'm going to use it for something negative?
But
And
see,
you
that's
chose. Uh-huh.
that's the one thing that
Mm-hmm.
all along with all of this
Yeah.
that we have to let people know you have to have faith in God to give you the ability and the strength to look at something and say, thank you. And
Yes.
thank you for giving me the ability to do this. And thank you
Mm-hmm.
for giving me the faith. And that moves you in a good, positive way.
Start crying.
But
Yeah.
we got to do that. And right now, that's one of the things that we got to teach the young kids about. They have to have faith in God because they're going to need something to help them move
Mm-hmm.
that they can make some decisions on and
Mm-hmm.
be say, thank you for helping me. And God
Yes.
will do that, but the parents are going to be the ones that they're going to ask to help them do that also. But that's that faith in
And
the
God.
religion that needs to be done also.
Yes. We need someone. We need God. Of course, we can't go, but we do need someone here to say, I, I'm proud of you.
Hmm.
I trust, what I mean? We need to have someone that I can look. And I wanted to say that to you and your wife for having trust
Yeah.
in me and seeing, you know, when, I was dropped, but you
See,
guys still,
that's that one thing you asked me about football. How did you do that? But in that football, there are some things that happen. You say, "Thank you, God," and
yes,
you use God to guide you in the right way because you
yes.
say that's not the thing
Because
to
you can
do.
go to another route.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But so we talked about that, and now
Mhm.
look,
That's it.
still
So
here
you know,
and blessed, and
yeah,
God has, given more and more and more and more, and I can use those negative parts
yeah.
as growth. Huh.
But the one thing that
Uh,
makes it all good,
thank
you
you.
just have to realize you are no better than anybody else because you are a human being just like everybody else, and you should treat people in the same way so that you will let them know that you have faith and trust in them and you don't think you're the best in the world.
Yes. Well, you can feel that, okay, I'm special, but I'm special, and I feel good about myself,
Yeah,
but not stuck up, huh?
right.
I
It's just
feel
like a
good about
Bible.
myself, and
Yeah.
people, and you got that light,
Hmm.
and you let it shine because
Right.
people are attracted to it, but you don't put your nose up.
Yeah,
You
it's
like,
just like you got your little hat on and you got your little shirt on and you're doing. Now, if somebody coming in and tell you ugly, you gonna look at it like them and say, "Who you talking to? You must be crazy."
yeah, who y'all
Yeah, cause
talking to?
you gonna have that good feeling about yourself.
Yes,
Cause if you don't have it,
then
who
who
else will
else?
have? Yeah,
Yeah,
and I think that's the best thing that we have to do is feel good about ourselves. And somebody come up and say you this or you that, you gotta ask, you must be crazy because I'm gonna feel good about myself. And every morning that you get up and you look in that mirror, you put your lipstick on, you comb your hair,
yeah,
you put your and you know, oh, that looks fine, and then you can go. But that's something that you do every day,
that's right.
and
Because you
there's
feel,
nothing wrong with that
yeah, because it makes you
because
feel
you
good.
feel good, and it makes you feel good, and you have the respect for yourself.
Yes,
So what's wrong with it?
none,
Nothing. Yeah.
nothing at all. There's a question. Oh, some of the kids need to be introduced to a belt, a good belt. The parents need to be introduced to a good belt. That's dope. That's it. But yeah, someone said it. Yeah, yeah, yes. Because now they got Johnny is like in timeout, and Johnny just spit on his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's in timeout. Yeah, you spit on my mom, and you will be in timeout for a long time. But yeah.
But we
So
will be offering them opportunity this year as Fighting Back to come in and
yes,
join us and try to look at what we can do to help one another to make it a better place for everybody. Because all
awesome.
of us have a real good skill. It's just that we got to have a place to show.
Food bank.
Hmm?
That food bank.
Yeah, and well, the food bank will be here, and there will be other
Mhm.
trainings where we will be talking to kids about developing a good thing and showing
Mhm.
them how to have a good lesson plan and doing things like that, and asking them what do they want to do and what do they want to be.
Yes. So
Yeah,
San
and get them
Antonio.
moving. Yeah, we're gonna
Yes,
do that.
fighting back is going to be. After a while, you'll be seeing the events for the kids.
Hmm.
So actually, to direct and guide them into the next level of their life. That's what San Antonio's fighting back. And then also too, we're going to be having a food pantry here
Right.
for the homeless, or even just times are hard for people. So that's going to be coming up. So you guys look out for that. And
Hmm.
also clothes, some clothing, some gently used clothing that's nice for people who may need to go out for interviews and don't have a suit or a dress. That's going to be, we're going to have a few of that stuff here too. So
Hmm.
you guys look out. We're going to start advertising all of that stuff. um, so is there anything you'd like to, you want to sing? You want to sing?
No, no, I don't want to sing. I'm not a singer like you, but
He's a
I
singer,
just
y'all.
appreciate, I just
Oh,
appreciate you offering this to me to be able to sit
yeah.
down and talk about it and say those things and
Thank
address the
you.
people in a positive way that we're trying to be
Yeah.
and do the best thing we can to help one another.
Thank you.
And we want them to come together and see if they can do the same thing.
Yes. But thank you guys so much. I'm blessed. You guys know that. So I have a family that saw something in me. They saw that what I didn't see at the time.
But
And
see, I
so,
know I'm blessed because I know my wife think I'm great. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah, so I know I'm blessed there. Yeah.
she said,
And
yes,
since
I do.
I met her in college.
You met her in college,
Uh-huh.
and now y'all in way
We
past
just
college.
yeah, we just in good life. Yeah.
57 years.
Hmm.
I know they rock, huh? 57 years
Hmm.
been married. 57 years, the Mitchells, and to a superstar, all star, and they 57 years.
Yeah, but see, I made her a superstar because I picked her as a superstar. And
I was told the show is time to end. Thank you. Hi, hi. Thank you. But yeah, behind every powerful black man is a powerful, strong black woman
that's right.
coming from a mama, coming
Mhm.
from, you know what I mean? So, yes. So, you guys, yes, when you find a wife, you find a good thing. God said that. Wow.
And God bless you.
And God bless you.
Happy
So,
New Year.
Happy New Year. 2024 is here and we want more. 2024, we want more. And we're going to do more. So, that's it. Thank you so much. And remember to reach me online. It's ishellbloom.com and also on Facebook. It's I Shall Bloom Talk Show. I need you to subscribe, like, and ring that bell because you never want to miss a premiere episode of the show. Bye now.
Goodbye.
Come on.
Uh-oh. Now, you do the singing, not me.
You're
Yeah.
dancing. You know you're dancing.
And
Oh, I'm getting a fist. All right. Bye now. Wow.
okay.